In this Playwright video, I will talk about how to implement page object model design pattern in Playwright with TypeScript. So let's start understanding with why page object model is required. What is page object model? Advantages of using page object model. Then we will see what are the disadvantages of using the page object model. Then we will see the sample page object model page class, and next we will see sample page object model Playwright test. Then we will discuss the use case. Then we will start automating the use case by creating the pages. Then finally we will be creating the Playwright test using page object model design pattern. Now let's understand why page object model is required. So if you look at this code snippet, so in the line number 19, 22, 23, 24 and 29 and 31. So if you look at the locators, right? So we are using the same locators here, locator values, but the actions are different here. So firstly, I'm checking whether this element contains the particular text or not. Then I'm checking this element is editable or not. Then I'm checking this element is visible or not, and so on, right? So for example, let's take tomorrow there is a change in the DOM, right? So if I have automated 100 test cases by hard coding all the locators in multiple spec files or test files, right? So I need to go to each and every spec file or each and every test. I need to update all these locators, right? So that will be a big headache. So that's the reason you need to use the page object model. In page object model, we will be keeping the element locator value in the single place, and that will be reused wherever it is required. Let's understand what is page object model. Page object model is a design pattern to create the object repository for the web page elements. For each web page element, there will be a corresponding page class created in the Visual Studio Code. And each page contains the web page elements, and also it contains the methods which will perform the operations on the web page elements. So this is a bit about what is page object model. Now let's understand what are the advantages of using the page object model. So code will be very cleaner, and also it is easy to understand if somebody is coming to the project newly. Object repository is independent of the test scripts because we are creating the page classes separately. And test script will be optimized because of the elements respective abstraction methods are present in the page classes, right? So these are the three advantages what we have for the using page object model design pattern. So if you look at the disadvantages, so time and effort, it is required more in the initial time of the project implementation. Then, so whatever you are developing a page object model design pattern, so that will be very specific to the project. So you cannot use the same page object model concept in whatever you have implemented the page object model for one project, that cannot be used in the project 2 because it is very specific to the project 1. Now let's look at the sample page object model page class. So if you see on the left side, we are creating a separate folder called pages, and inside that we are creating all the pages. So each page will be a class. So this is how exactly it looks like. So we are creating a exportable class, and inside that we are declaring the constructor, and inside that we are initializing the page. Then at last we are creating the all the methods which will perform the actions on the same page. Now let's look at the sample page object model test. So here we are creating a .spec.ts file, and here we are importing all the pages. Then in the Playwright test, we are just creating the object of the respective page, and here by using the reference of the page, we are calling to the methods. If you see here, so in the line number 12, we are calling to the go to URL. So this method is implemented inside the home page, and here we have the go to URL. And next method we have the search with keywords. So same method I'm calling in the next line, that is line number 13. So this is how you can implement the page object model test in Playwright. So far you have learned why page object model is required, what is page object model, advantages, disadvantages, and also you have seen sample page object model page class, and at the end you have seen the sample page object model Playwright test. Now let's start implementing the Playwright with page object model design pattern. So let's discuss the use case first. So here we will go to the google.com. So this is our home page. We will be creating the first page as a home page, and then we will be searching with Playwright by tester stock in search text box. So this is our result page. This is the second page what we are going to create it in the VS Code. And in the result page, we will be clicking on the Playwright by tester stock link. So we are done with second page. So this is our third page called the playlist page. So here we are going to validate the web page title. So this is all about the use case. Let's start creating the pages now. So here I will go inside the src folder. I'm creating the one folder called pages. And inside the pages, I'm adding the first page as homepage.ts. Now let's add the second page as result page.ts, and let's add the third page called playlist page.ts. Now let's start implementing the home page. So firstly, let's create a exportable class by using the export class keyword and class name. So here I'm giving the class name as homepage. That's it, guys. Now here we have to declare the constructor. So that is where all the elements will be initialized. So it will say constructor. That's it. So here we have to initialize all the pages, right? So if I have to initialize all the pages, whenever we are creating the object of page home page, it has to accept the browser page object, right? So that's the reason. So here I am declaring the page variable of type page type. So that's it. Now, so once we got the page reference here from the test files, we have to assign back to our local page reference. So that's a reason. Here I'm declaring one reference or a variable called page. So which is of type is page type. So that's it. Now inside the constructor, now I can take this page by using this dot page, I can assign this page to the our internal variable called page. So that's it guys. We are done with writing the constructor which will initialize all your page elements. Now inside the constructor you can declare all the elements, and then also you can implement all the methods in this class which will perform the actions in the same page, that is called home page, right? Now we have to go to the again web page. We have to identify the search text box. Then we can perform the actions on the search text box. So let's identify the search text box now. So let me inspect this search text box. So this particular element contains the text area tag and it has multiple attributes and values. So here I'm using the ID value and I'm writing the simple CSS selector by using the hash, and I'm passing the ID value. So we are able to identify the element by using the ID. Let's copy the locator. So here we have to declare all the elements by using the page. So here I'll say page dot locator, and inside this we can pass the locator value, and this has to be assigned to the one variable of type locator type. So that I will declare before our constructor here. So how we have declared the page type here. So similarly I will declare another variable called search text box, so which is of type is locator type. Now what I will do is, whatever we have created the locator here, search text box we have written, we are identifying the search text box by using the CSS selector, right? So I will assign this locator to the our search text box variable by using the this dot variable name. So that's it. So we are done with finding an element, and we have assigned to the variable called search text box. So this is all about the finding an element. Now here I'm implementing two methods. One is go to URL and second one is searching with keywords. So here I'll say async. I'm implementing a method called go to URL. And here, so again I'm using the await. So as usual we are using the page dot, and I'm calling to the method called go to. So in a regular test also we are using go to method for going to the particular URL or navigating to the particular URL. So here what I will do is, so here I don't want to hard code the URL. I want to get it from the .env file. So here I will go to the env file. So if you look at this one, already we have defined the property and value here, google.com. So I will fetch this URL by using the Google URL property. So in the single quotes, I will say process dot env dot property name. So that's it guys. So by using go to URL, I can navigate to the google.com now. Now let's implement the second method called search with keywords. And which will accept the one parameter called keywords. So we are passing the search keywords from the test file. So this parameter is of type string type. So here I'll say string. That's it, guys. Now already we have identified the search text box. By using this search text box, I can perform the actions, right? Now here I'll say await followed by I'm using the element dot. Firstly, I will click on the search text box, and after that I will use the same element. Then I will enter the search keywords inside the fill method. So this is where we are getting the search keywords from our test. So let's pass the keyword here. Then we have to press the enter after entering the search keywords. So here I will use the method called press, and I will pass the enter as the key. So we are done with implementing the home page. So let me summarize what we have done in this file. So firstly, we have created the exportable class, and after that we have created the constructor, and this is where we are initializing all the web page elements. So this page reference we are getting it from our test file, and then we have created a element, and then we have created a go to URL function which will navigate to the specified URL, and at last we are searching with the keywords. So we are done with implementation of the home page. Now let's implement the result page. So I will copy this same structure and I will go to the result page. So let me update the class name here as result page. So that's it. So I don't need this locator in this result page. So if you are working in a real-time projects, you can specify all the elements here, and you can declare all the elements above the constructor. So even I don't need this method also. So in the result page, what we are doing is, so let me search with Playwright by tester stock. In this result page, simply we are clicking on this link, right? So let's go to the VS Code. So we will write a simple method which will click on the specified link. So here I'll say method name as click on playlist. So here I will accept the link name as a parameter to this click on playlist method. And so once we got the link name, we have to click on that particular link. So that's the reason here I'll say await this dot page dot so here I'll get by row, and inside this method I will pass it's of type link, and let's add the link name also. So here I'll say link. So this variable I'm getting it from our test file. Then I'll say first find the first matching link and perform the click action on the playlist. So that's it, guys. We are done with implementing the even result page also. So similarly, let's implement the playlist page also. So I will copy the whole thing and I will go to the playlist page. So let me update the class name first, playlist page. Then So here also what we are doing is, so let me click on the playlist. So in the result page, we are clicking on this particular link and we are going to the playlist page here. Now in this playlist page, we have to assert the web page title, right? If you look at this one, so we have to assert this text Playwright by tester stock right mark hyphen YouTube. So let's assert this particular text by using the expect. So here I'm creating the one method called validate page title. So here I will accept the expected title from the test file only or a test case only. Then, so here I will use the expect. For any assertions, we need to use the expect followed by, I can get the current page title by using this dot page, and then here I'm calling to the method called to have title, and inside the to have title method I need to pass the expected title. So this expected title I will get it from the test case. I'm passing on to the to have title here. So that's it guys, we are done with implementing the playlist page also. Now let's quickly create a spec file. So here I will go to the chapter 5. Under this I will create a spec file name as 05 underscore page object model test.spec.ts. So that's it guys. And then I will go back to the one of my previous spec file and I will copy the test from the previous spec file. So I will paste it inside the new spec file now. So let me maximize this. So I will delete all the lines from the test which is not required. So let's give the proper name for the test. So here I'll say page object model test in Playwright. So that's it guys. So we are done with creating just a skeleton of the Playwright test. Now what we have to do is we have to create an object of the home page and we have to firstly navigate to this URL. And after that we have to search with the keywords. So let's do it in the spec file. So here I'm creating the first. So here I'll say create object of home page. So similarly, we have to create an object of the other two pages. One is result page, another one is playlist page. So that's it guys. Now let's create an object of the home page first. So here I'll say new followed by that here I'll say home page. So this will accept the page as the parameter. So here we have the page. Let's pass the page to the home page class. Then I will assign back to the one variable called home page. So that's it guys. We have created an object of the home page by using this reference. So let's go to the URL first. Dot here I'll say go to URL, which will navigate to the URL. Then next I will again use the home page dot here I'll say search with keywords method. So for this method we have to pass the search keywords, right? So I will get the search keywords from our env file only. So here I will go to the .env file, and here we have the search keywords, Playwright by tester stock. So let's copy this property name by using the process dot. So here I'll say single quotation, flower brackets. Here I'll say process dot. To access the env configurations, I'm using the process dot env dot property name. So that's it, guys. So here we are searching with the keywords now. And after that, here we have the result page. We are clicking on the playlist, right? If I have to call to this particular method, I need to create an object of the result page. So let's create a object of the result page also. So here I'll say result page. That's it. And I'll assign back to the reference called result page. So by using this result page, I will call to the method called click on playlist. For this also we have to pass the search keywords, right? So already we have, here we are fetching the search keywords. So the link name is also equal to the search keyword name. So that's the reason I'm passing the same search keyword as a link name in the click on playlist method. So this is accepting the one parameter. If you look at here, right? We are accepting the link, then we are clicking on the link here. So we are done with the result page. Now let's create an object of the playlist page, and we will call to the validate page title. So which will validate the page title. And also we have here we have to pass the title which we want to validate it. So let's create an object of the even playlist page. So here I'll say playlist page. So let me give the proper reference name. So here I have given the reference name as playlist page. By using this playlist page, so here I'll say await. After that, so I'm calling to the method called validate title. So here we have to pass the expected title, right? So this is our expected page title, which is a partial value. Followed by this, I'm adding a plus. And also here we have to pass the right mark hyphen YouTube, right? So let's copy this character. In the single quotation, I will add the right mark hyphen YouTube. Sorry guys, YouTube. So that's it, guys. We are done with implementing the page object model test using the Playwright with TypeScript. Now this is the time to run the test. So let's run the test now. So I will click on the run icon now. So it has opened the google.com. So we are searching with the Playwright by tester stock, and also we navigated to the playlist page. And if you see here, guys, our test is perfectly working fine, right? Now what I will do is I will pass the different search keywords here. So this time I will pass the Cypress by tester stock. So let's go back to the test. So once again, I will run the test. This time we should be able to search with Cypress by tester stock. If you see here, guys. So our test is perfectly working fine. And here you can see that our test is passing also. So let's pass the another keyword here. So here I'll say API testing by tester stop. So let me close the previous session and once again I will run the test. This time we should be able to search with API testing by tester stop, right? So our test is perfectly working fine, guys, correct? And if you see the test results also, so our test is passing. So let's open the Playwright test report also. And if you see here, we had only one test and that is getting passed, right? There are no failures. So this is how you can implement the page object model in Playwright with TypeScript.